Hi everyone, it's Kim with your Angel GPS, back with your angel messages and guidance for the coming week, April 1st through the 7th. Happy Easter and happy April Fool's Day! And we're just going to leave that alone for now. Coming into April, things should be settling down a bit. March was pretty much, energy-wise, it was a very, I don't want to say chaotic month, but there were lots of changes, lots of things going on. And it was reflected in the readings with lots of things going on as far as changes in your life, changes that you found you needed to make on your path if you're looking at making, new careers or things like that, or even just changes around the house, new hobbies, whatever it was. March was really the month for you to discover what you really wanted to be doing and deciding how you were going to go about doing that. If you needed to release things from your life to bring in new, change the way you do things, whatever it was. March had a lot of things going on. It was a season, it was a month actually, not a full season, but it was a month of like renewal and rebirth, endings of cycles, beginnings of new ones. We had daylight savings time, beginning of spring. We had 2 full moons, which are both, and basically the end of a cycle as far as the moon cycle goes. The new moon is the beginning, and now we're already up on another full moon for this month, another ending of the cycle, which means we're starting a whole new cycle for the month of April. And things should be kind of settling down now. With everything that kind of went on in the month of March, you probably should be pretty clear now as what it is that you really want, where you want to be going, what path you want to be following, and how you want to go about doing it. In fact, last week's messages were urging you to kind of take some time out, take some time to yourself, and just really go within, listen to your feelings, your emotions, and just kind of feel out where you are right now and know really what it is that feels good for you. Release whatever just wasn't working out for you, whatever didn't really make you feel good. Just get in touch with those feelings. Admit those feelings and emotions to yourself and know what it is that you really need to do to go move on and move in the direction that you want to be going. Great time right now with the full moon to release everything that wasn't working out for you. If your career path that you've chosen is just really not resonating with you, you might have already started thinking about what you'd like to be doing instead, that sort of thing. So last week was really the time for you to kind of take it all into perspective and make some decisions and just really know what it is that you want to do and really become clear. And now we're into April. We have a whole new cycle. You should be fairly clear in what you want. And so the first card, I ended up using the Archangel Power deck this week. And our first card for the week is the Empress. And the Empress is telling you now that you've made all these decisions, you've made these changes, you know what it is that you want. Now is the time to start moving forward with that. The time for thinking and deciding and experimenting, that's over with now. Now's the time to start moving forward on what it is that you'd really like to be doing. Start moving forward with your plans. And also she's indicating that creativity in the implementation of your plans. Big words this week. But use some creativity as you try to do things that, whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's a new job, a new hobby, a new relationship, whatever it is, tap into your creative side and think outside the box. Whatever it is that feels right to you. Mainly what she's saying is to be yourself. If you want to do something and try it some way that doesn't fit with the norm, other people might think you're kind of weird for doing it. That's their problem. If it feels good to you, it feels right to you, it's what you're enjoying doing, and you're having fun doing things a certain way, that's the way you want to be doing it. So think outside the box, be true to yourself, and just kind of do what feels right for you and ignore what everybody else says. They can do things their way. The only right way for you is the way that feels good for you, and it's what you enjoy doing. So whatever it is that you're planning on moving ahead with, like I said, whether it's a job, a career, a hobby, relationships, anything in your life, do it the way you want to do it. Like Frank Sinatra said, I did it my way. That's the only way you're really going to get exactly what you want. And by being creative and doing things the way you want and having fun with it, you're going to find that, again, this came up a few times last month too, the abundance of resources, whatever it is that you need, they're going to be attracted to you because you're having fun and you're allowing this into your life. So make sure you start moving ahead and implementing your plans and moving forward and going, even if it's just baby steps, tiny little steps towards your goals. Just start doing them now. The time for procrastinating is over. No more sitting back and just thinking. Now's the time to do it. Our second card, the Nine of Gabriel, basically says the exact same thing. It says right on it to stay determined and move forward. So know that you really are doing the right thing right now by taking these steps. As I said, whether it's a big step, small step, whatever it is, start moving forward. And as you start to do things that are going to move you towards your goal, more ideas will come to you, the resources will come to you again. But just as long as you stay determined and stay focused, and again, the message is coming up on here to stay true to yourself. use that creative side and be who you are and stay true to yourself. Other people may not agree. They might think that you should change to conform to their ways and their thoughts, but don't do that. Be you. Make sure you stay yourself and just, just have fun with it. They don't really need to agree with what you're doing because it's not their life, it's yours. So make sure you stay true to yourself with that and start moving forward, taking those little steps. Or big steps, it doesn't matter. And again, it could be, like I said, anywhere in your life. It doesn't have to be something as earth-shattering as a career. Maybe you'd like a change in your career. It doesn't mean you have to go out and quit your job right now and look for a new one. Start taking steps towards finding, if you should already know exactly what it is you want to be doing, start taking steps towards doing that sort of work on your own. Or if you want to be self-employed, whatever it is, just start taking those small steps towards making this a reality for you. If you're single and you're looking for a new relationship, you'd like to be in a serious relationship, it's time to kind of take action, take steps towards making that happen. Just sitting around in your living room wishing that you had a relationship and you had somebody there with you, it's not really likely that Mr. or Ms. Right is going to come knocking on your front door. It's always possible, but you're more likely to have more success if you get out there and start mingling. Maybe go to clubs or something, or if you're not comfortable going out by yourself, bring a friend with you to go out and just meet people, socialize, go to events, things like that. So do start taking those steps. And if going to clubs and events isn't your kind of thing and there's something else you'd rather do where you think you could meet people of, like-minded that you'd really resonate with, then do that. It doesn't matter if your friends think you're weird for going to something, I don't know, I can't even come up with something weird, but whatever it is, if your friends don't agree with that, it's not their way of doing things, that's fine. They don't have to go with you because you're in your element if you're doing what's fun for you. And same thing with jobs or whatever, or it could even just a hobby. It could be something as mundane as, say, you want to take up woodworking because it looks like fun and you're excited about it. You really want to take up woodworking and you want to build a bookcase. So maybe you spent the last month or so reading all the books that you can, watching YouTube videos, you've gone out and you've bought tools, and you've even got the wood sitting out in your garage. You've got everything you need to do. You really want to build this bookcase. It's not going to build itself sitting out there in the garage. You need to get out there, pick up that saw, pick up that hammer, and start building. So just start taking those steps. Obviously, that's like the low end of the scale as far as taking action on things, but the world won't end if you don't build your bookcase for 3 more months. But the point is, start taking those steps and do it your way. Doesn't matter how everybody else is doing things. Start taking steps, take them your way, do what you want to do, and you're going to find doors opening for you all over the place. But you've got to take that first step. And our third card for the week is, make sure I picked up the right card, the Seven of Michael. And this card is telling you, of course, as you start taking these steps and you're moving forward with your plans and everything, also realize that you may need to make some adjustments along the way. There could be that there are better ways of doing things that didn't really occur to you at first until you started getting involved in moving forward and implementing your plans. You may realize that there could be a better way of doing this, something that's easier. Maybe building a bookcase all by yourself alone in the garage wasn't the greatest idea. Maybe your neighbor can come over and hold things together while you nail them. It's that sort of thing. Maybe there might be a better way of doing things, and working by yourself might not always be the best option either. So keep that in mind too. Again, we have that message that's been coming up over and over again about asking for and accepting help. So be aware that you might have to make some adjustments to your plans and maybe ask for or accept help or ideas from others. As long as it's something that resonates with you. If somebody offers to give you some help but you just don't feel right about it, something about them or the way they're doing things, you're pretty sure it's really not your way of doing it, politely decline. But if it's something that sounds like it could be a good idea, don't just dismiss it because this is your project and this is what you want to do and this is yours and you're doing it all by yourself. That might not be the best idea for you. It could be that having somebody else involved, somebody that's with the same mindset and has some great ideas that sound like they're really going to work for you and you get excited about it, it might be that bringing them on board and having them help you will actually help you to reach your goals faster and maybe even get even better results with it too. And you might end up having more fun doing it because you do have that help and someone along to, bounce ideas off of things, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind too, that as you move forward, you may decide that you really want to be doing this with someone else. And always keep your options open. Don't discount somebody else's ideas or offers of help or whatever without really thinking about it and giving it some consideration. And as I said, if you think about it and you're just like, no, that doesn't sound right, politely decline, thank them for their offer. Something else will come up for you that is going to help you along your way. So just keep an open mind as you're moving forward with your things. There's always something better out there, or you could be doing the best thing, but one never knows, so you just never know. I also wanted to point out the interesting thing with the first two cards that I drew, the Empress and the Knight of Gabriel. These are both giving you the exact same message, and of course the Empress is a major arcana, which always means a significant life event. So the fact that both of these cards are giving the same advice and the same messages from the angels saying now is a time to start moving forward, stay true to yourself, get out there, move forward, and be confident, just do it sort of thing. Both of these cards are saying that, so the angels are really trying to drive that message home to you that it's really time for you to get up and get out there and start doing things. Get that bookcase built. Whatever it is that you want to get done, it's a really good time to start it now. I do know we're starting in the middle of Mercury retrograde right now, so starting new things, like I said last week, isn't always the best idea. But you've got all that background and that solid foundation behind you because you've really been doing the work and the research to get the things moving for you. So you've got that solid foundation behind you, or underneath you, I should say. So it is okay to go ahead and start new things and new projects. Start off slowly just to make sure. And always be aware that other things might come up. The Knight of Gabriel also says to be prepared for any possibilities. So do know that with Mercury, things might go a little bit awry here and there, but they're really not going to knock you off your path. They're not going to totally disintegrate that bookcase you're building. Just be aware that things may come up. You might need to change your path a little bit, maybe make some adjustments, but stay true to yourself and just keep doing what you're doing. Move forward, take those steps, because you are going to get where you're going. You are going to reach your desires. You're going to manifest your goals. So, but you got to get started. You got to get out there and do it. And that's the message that they're really trying to drive home this week with those two cards. So that's all I have for you for this week. Also a reminder that April 1st, the new newsletter is coming out. It'll give you an overview of what's to expect for this whole month, little Archangel life coaching tips, that sort of thing. So if you don't already receive it and you'd like a copy of it, just send me an email at kim@yourangelgps.com and let me know you'd like to be a subscriber. I'll put you on the subscription list. If you don't get it to me until after the letter comes out on the 1st, I'll make sure that you still do get the current issue of the newsletter and that you're on the list for subscribers for the future issues. Also wanted to remind you about my daily guidance cards on Facebook. My Facebook page is simply Your Angel GPS, and I do post guidance cards mostly on a daily basis. I miss some here and there, but for the most part, just little tidbits, guidance, messages from the angels for you to keep in mind, not just specifically for that day, but just in general, just guidance from your angels for the day. And also, I wanted a reminder with the weekly readings that this is a general reading of just pretty much the overall general energy and messages for the week. It's not always going to resonate with everybody in their own particular situations. So if you would like something a little bit more personalized, something that really speaks to you about your current concerns or your current situation, you want something really detailed for yourself, just drop by my website, yourangelgps.com, and request your private reading with me, and you'll get something more personalized that will really resonate with you as opposed to just being a general overview. It could be that none of these messages this week really mean anything to you, but there could be something else on your mind that you really did want to know about. So just drop me a line, request a reading, and we'll get a private reading for you, and we'll get the angels' answers for you for whatever it is you have questions on. So that's it for this week. I'll see you back next Saturday.